Budget games are the video game industry's B-movies. They offer you what you pay for and are often pretty terrible in most ways. The only time this actually worked in a game's favor was in 2010 with Deadly Premonition on Xbox 360. Onechanbara Bikini Zombie Slayers on Wii is a budget game about busty women in skimpy clothing killing hordes of zombies. Does it harness Deadly Premonition style greatness, or does it fall to the zombies it tries to slay? The Onechanbara series is new to the West, having only 2 games released in these shores, so its story is not entirely explained or even well played out. Bikini Zombie Slayers follows the 2 sisters Aya and Saki as they randomly fight zombies throughout some city they are in. The sisters get split up and are hounded by 2 other girls, Reiko and Misery. Reiko is the 9th clone of the original Reiko, and Misery is some crazy girl that is out to kill the sisters. The reason these 2 women are after the sisters is this: these 2 women are after the sisters' blood. Their blood is what's known as the baneful blood, and it sends the girls into frenzies. Why? Well, that's not explained in the game. In fact, the girls spend the majority of their speaking lines asking the same question. Not only is the story pretty nothing, it's also nothingly told. What the hell do I mean by that? Well, the only bits of story you get in this game are before the mission with scrolling text on a bland background with a silhouette of the girl you are playing as. For people that like to get into stories, it's awful, and it's not the recommended way to present your story, even for a budget game. This game sure plays like a budget game, not that that means anything or gives the game an excuse, of course. Gameplay in Onechanbara boils down to this: you waggle, and waggle, and waggle. Why did I come to the conclusion already? Because that's the first thing you do in the game, and it's the last. You run around 3D environments with the girl you chose, and waggle the Wiimote to attack the zombies that spawn. There are no puzzles to solve, no exploring to do, nothing. You just fight zombies as they spawn, walking down corridors to the end of the mission. Each girl has 2 fighting styles, which changes how they play a tiny bit, but usually boils down to the nunchuck doing something different. Aya uses a katana and uses 2 in her second style. Swinging the remote attacks with said katana, and swinging the nunchuck causes her to kick. Kicking is important because it breaks blocks. Swinging the nunchuck with her second katana out causes her to swing the second sword, changing how you fight. When in her second style, you need to swing the Wii remote and nunchuck one after the other in a weird rhythm to actually pull off combos, making things very annoying when all you want to do is move down the hall, causing you to stick with a single sword for the most part. Saki plays a bit better overall, however. Her normal style is the same as Aya's, a single katana, but her second style is hand to hand. A shake of the nunchuck in this style causes her to run and grab an enemy, and another shake will cause her to throw the enemy. This is fun to do a little bit, until you notice that all it does is slow you down. You actually unlock the ability to play as Reiko and Misery after you complete the 8 stages each other girl has to play through, which is neat. Both characters' default style is similar to the other girls, just with speed and visual differences, but their second styles are unique. Reiko brings guns out which add a crosshair to the screen, and Misery's sword becomes whip-like. Both of these are neat, but Reiko's guns have little impact and make things even more boring. These girls each have 8 levels to play through, but neither of them help the story any. You can also play through the story stages in free mode, which lets you pick any of the 2 girls to play as. These stages have quests to complete, but you won't know what the quests are until you complete them, which is incredibly strange, and probably a stupid thing to do. Still, this adds some replay value as they unlock different costumes for the girls to wear. You can also play through survival, which is what it sounds like. If survival is as easy as the main game is, then you'll survive for a long time, which sounds like hell to me. Even for a Wii game, you can tell that this game is a budget game. The environments are bland and might as well be corridors, and the enemy models look really bad. There isn't much variety in the enemy design either. There are a few special zombies, but they also look bland as well. The character models for the girls don't look bad, but when they are in the very few in-game scenes, they rarely move their mouths when they talk. Overall, the game looks awful, but the voice work is fine and the music you do notice works. What doesn't work, however, is the enemy AI. Too often are the enemies just walking around ignoring me. I've only gotten hit a few times by any of the zombies in over 7 hours of playtime, and only died once, and that was at the hands of the Baneful Blood Berserk mode, which drains your health. There are crow enemies in the game, and, I kid you not, they are always stuck in the environment somewhere. Not only that, if a piece of the environment is in any way in between you and your enemy, you won't damage them. The boss fights work since it just places an AI-controlled player character to attack you, but that's it. Still, it's all justified since the girls' boobs jiggle and they jump, and that makes the whole thing worth it. Oh yeah, there are only 5 stages spread out among the 32 missions in the game. Try to swallow that one. So in the end, Onechanbara Bikini Zombie Slayers is a budget game, so I can't be too harsh on it. But wait a minute, why is it called Bikini Zombie Slayers if only one of the characters wears a bikini? That right there is going too far. Seriously though, my reviews are done based on how much I enjoyed my time with the game, as much as the production values and quality of the game oozes, and, sad enough to say, I didn't enjoy my time with this game. It has the potential to be a fun, quirky Japanese action game, but they just shot it onto shelves with waggle control, hoping people will buy it based on the cover and the concept. Well, I guess it worked at least to some extent, but it's safe to say that this game is launched to a PlayStation 2 quality. The sexy girls of Onechanbara are forced to accept 1 star out of 5, and I have a blue shell coming their way.